Hi, and welcome back to Aussie Scale Modeler episode 2. Jace here. Great to have your company. Really do appreciate it all and everybody that hit the like and the subscribe buttons and just took the time actually to watch my first episode. Thanks for all your support. This video, it's mainly revolves around Anzac Day, and I believe that it's important that we do this, or it is for me at least, to say a big thank you to those who have served, those that serve now, to keep this great country of ours free, and the life that we live. I'd really like a big shout out in this montage at the opening. You'll see a lot of photos of great Aussie kits being built. I've included it with a little soundtrack there. So to all those who provided their photos for me to put in this, thank you very, very much. You know who you are. I won't name names, but yeah, thank you so very much. A bit later on, doing an interview with Ben, so as soon as the montage ends, we'll hit an interview with Ben.
Mum and Dad and Denny saw the passing out parade at Puckapunyal. It was a long march from cadets. The 6th Battalion was the next to tour, and it was me who drew the card. We did Canungra, Shoalwater before we left, and Townsville lined the footpaths as we marched down to the quay. This clipping from the paper shows us young and strong and clean. And there's me in me slouch hat with me SLR and greens. God help me, I was only 19. From Bungtow riding Chinooks to the dust at Newey Dat, I'd been in and out of choppers now for months. And we made our tents a home, VB and pin-ups on the lockers, and an Asian orange sunset through the scrub. And can you tell me, doctor, why I still can't get to sleep? And night time's just a jungle dark and a barking M16. And what's this rash that comes and goes? Can you tell me what it means? God help me. I was only 19. A 4-week operation, when each step could mean your last one on 2 legs. It was a war within yourself, but you wouldn't let your mates down till they had you dusted off. So you closed your eyes and thought about something else. And then someone yelled out, "Contact!" and the bloke behind me swore. We hooked in there for hours, then a God Almighty roar. And Frankie kicked a mine the day that mankind kicked the moon. God help me. He was going home in June. Frankie drinking tinnies in the Grand Hotel on a 36-hour rec leave in Bungtown. And I can still hear Frankie lying screaming in the jungle till the morphine came and killed the bloody row. And the Anzac legends didn't mention mud and blood and tears. And the stories that my father told me never seemed quite real. I caught some pieces in my back that I didn't even feel. God help me. I was only 19. And can you tell me, doctor, why I still can't get to sleep? And why the Channel 7 chopper chills me to my feet? And what's this rash that comes and goes? Can you tell me what it means? God help me. I was only 19.
Well, how do you do, young Willie McBride? Do you mind if I sit here down by your graveside and rest for a while, neath the warm summer sun? I've been walking all day and I'm nearly done. I see by your gravestone you are only 19 when you joined the Great Fallen in 1916. I hope you died well and I hope you died clean. Our young Willie McBride, was it slow and obscene? Did he beat the drums slowly? Did they play the fife slowly? Did they sound the death march as they lowered you down? And did the band play the last post and chorus? Did the pipes play the flowers of the forest? Did you leave a wife or a sweetheart behind? In some faithful heart is your memory enshrined. Although you died back in 1916, in that faithful heart are you forever 19? Or are you a stranger without even a name, enclosed and forever behind the glass frame, in an old photograph, torn, battered and stained, and faded to yellow in the brown leather frame. Did he beat the drum slowly? Did he play the fife slowly? Did they sound the death march as they lowered you down? Did the band play the last post and chorus? And did the pipes play the flowers of the forest? The sun, now it shines on the green fields of France. There's a warm summer breeze, it makes the red poppies dance. And look how the sun shines from under the clouds. There's no gas, no barbed wire, there's no gun firing now. But here in this graveyard, it's still no man's land. The countless white crosses stand mute in the sand. To man's blind indifference to his fellow man, to a whole generation that were butchered and damned. Did he beat the drum slowly? Did he play the fife slowly? Did they sound the death march as they lowered you down? And did the band play the last post and chorus? Did the pipes play the flowers of the forest? Ah, young Willie, my bride, I can't help wonder why. Do those that lie here know why did they die? And did they believe when they answered the call? Did they really believe that this war would end wars? Well, the sorrow, the suffering, the glory, the pain, the killing and dying were all done in vain. For young Willie McBride, it all happened again, and again, and again, and again, and again. Did they beat the drum slowly? Did they play the fife slowly? Did they sound the death march as they lowered you down? Did the band play the last post and chorus? Did the pipes play the flowers of the forest? Did they beat the drum slowly? Did they play the fife slowly? Did they sound the death march as they lowered you down? Did the band play the last post and chorus? And did the pipes play the flowers of the forest?
Right, so here we are with Ben.
Yeah, good day.
In his little workshop, his little palace. Mate, thank you very much for inviting me into the workshop, the sanctuary. Mate, give us a bit of an idea about yourself and what got you started in the hobbies.
Yeah, I don't know. I remember as a young fella, older cousins, you know, got my first model kit. Was a Firebird Trans Am or something back in the early 80s.
We're talking Bandit Firebird Trans Am?
No, it was like a bit new. It must have been similar to Knight Rider, sort of early 80s, not the late 70s. And then I remember getting a Harley Davidson kit too from someone, but I didn't know how to build. And a couple of older cousins helped me out, and then didn't touch them really after that until about, I don't know, it must have been high school, 13-year-old or something again. And from then I've been building pretty solid since then, and teaching myself and learning out of magazines and stuff like that back in the day before the internet.
Yeah.
And then, I don't know, yeah, I've been building pretty much since late high school, as good as I can, you know, and getting better as you go. So.
Oh mate, I've seen some of your work, and some of the people watching, they'll get to see your work. Mate, I'm looking over here to my left and I'm seeing drums and tins and lots of plastic things, mate. What do you do? A bit of resin work?
Bit of resin casting. Blake taught me how to do that from the old Arms Corps models, Jason Miller. He showed me how to do some casting. And that was mainly to get bits that I couldn't buy, so I've scratch built some bits and you copy it, you know. For Aussie stuff, it's hard to get a hold of, and you make your own and copy it. So scratch building and casting, yeah. And then that's how my offside come. Benno's model bits.
Yep.
Was bits I've wanted for myself for my builds, and people said, "Where did you get that from?" I said, "Well, I made it. So can I get some?" They say, "Oh, hang on, give me a couple of weeks and we'll see what we can do." So yeah, that's how the resin casting and decal sets come around.
Oh, so you do decals as well?
Yeah, Ozcam patterns and stuff like that. Yeah, so
mate, awesome. And like, you're on Facebook?
Yes, Facebook page. I did have a website, but I just recently shut that down. But I've still got the domain name. We'll kick it up again with another mob, I think. Go for a better website design. But yeah, Benno's Model Bits Facebook page. Yep. Yeah.
And so people can maybe order or just have a chat to you what they're after.
Yeah, see, I've been a bit slack lately. But yeah, I may as well put up a products list again. And I'm working towards my first conversion set coming hopefully later this year. So
what are you looking at converting?
The Hobby Boss Land Rover hardtop kit in 1/35 scale to an Aussie ADF FFR Land Rover 110 Defender.
So you're mainly military. That's where you like
to stay with? Modern military, fast jets, helicopters, and transport planes. But yeah, sort of Vietnam era onwards to modern. Yeah.
So no World War II, Korean War?
No, not really. Even Australian stuff. I think I've only built one Sherman tank, mate, in my whole career, and that was because it was given to me. So just the old test bed sometimes now to try a new technique on you, get the old Sherman out and.
Right. So if people came to you and said on your Facebook and said, "Oh mate, look, I've got a Panzer or something Australian, a kit," they can come, or any kit, and said, "Look, I've got this special part." Are you able to sort of, okay, I might be able to make that, or you can make that out of resin? Or?
I can copy something if it's hard to get. But yeah, scratch building, I'd probably send you on to someone else for a car part. Yep. But if it's something you've got and you want it copied, not as someone else's work, but if you've scratch built something you want copied, I could copy it.
Right.
But yeah, if mainly military stuff, mate, I'll stick to,
So if somebody sent you a 3D printed part?
Oh, yeah. Yep, no worry. I'll do my best. I think I'll see what we could do. I'd have a go.
That's good, mate. Yeah, that's the way. And so you're saying with your ADF stuff, do you do commission builds anymore? Or because I've seen a few of them.
I have done a few. I've sold some. I regret selling two. My favourites, it's like letting a little baby go. But yeah, I do. I have slacked off the last year or two. I've had some stuff going on, but yeah, hopefully we'll get that rolling again. I've still got a couple to catch up on, which is an FFR Land Rover I've got to do.
We've all got stuff to catch up on.
Yeah.
And mate, in saying that, we're going to see, you're going to provide us a bit of some photos of your work, which is great.
Yep.
Show that in after. Just in your personal experience, finding Aussie-made stuff, have you found that hard, or have you had to... I know a bloke who knew a bloke and they got it from here?
Yeah, certain subjects are okay to find. You got to do a bit of research and the whole one free Google token. Get on and help yourself first. But with internet and Facebook type forums, it's if there's companies out there, people help you out. So it's a good little community going in Australia here. But aftermarket aircraft stuff and vehicle stuff. Hopefully they're covered most of the areas, but there's still some gaps that have never been filled, mate, of certain types of aircraft and vehicles. So, yeah.
I mean, with Anzac Day coming up this weekend, it'll be good to see a fair bit of Aussie stuff out there. So.
Oh, yeah.
So I'll ask a favour, mate, with some of your photos, some of your Australian stuff.
Yep.
Just do a bit of an Anzac Day theme.
Yeah, no worries at all.
That'd be great. What about your work, mate? What do you normally do outside modelling? What sort of tickles your interest?
I've been a truckie most of my career, mate. Yeah. Semis, B doubles, all that sort of stuff. Little trucks started off in, work your way up. So I built one of my old trucks that I used to drive. I'm at the moment. a receptionist at a spray painter's shop with 1-to-1 Scar vehicles. I don't do much painting, but they try and get me on the gun every now and then, have a go. Very different to airbrushing, but yeah, no, it's all the same type of ideas and techniques, and just expands. There's a whole world of paint out there I never knew about compared to the small stuff, but
Cool,
yeah,
mate.
yeah.
And last but not least, where's your local hobby shop?
In Rocky, over the years we've had a few to pick from, but at the moment number one pumping up for us blokes is Rory's RC Hobby House.
Yep.
Which I did work at for some time too, and do work for him if he needs the help. Yeah, so that's where I go to. Rory's in Main Street on North Rockhampton there. Yeah, mate, he's good. He looks after us, our club members and the people in the district for plastic kits, plastic stock, evergreen. Yeah, it's good. Paint supplies. Even though we're all having trouble in Australia getting supplies from overseas at the moment with this current situation and economic climate.
Yep.
Yeah.
So he does his best to get them in.
Yeah, mate. Yep.
Cool.
That's yep. Your usual brands that we sort of get to me is and the paint sort of stuff. SMS. Yeah. So and testers, all that stuff.
Yeah,
you know.
so all your generic ones.
Yeah, and plastic kit wise, all the major producers are in his shop. So.
Right, and you were saying about a model club. What's a model club, mate?
Yeah, Rockhampton Scar Modelers Association. Well, there's a logo there.
Right.
We're not really an affiliated club, we're pretty casual, good bunch of blokes.
Right.
We're all good mates, and we just like building models, mate. There's no club politics.
Yeah, so all sorts.
Yeah. It doesn't matter what you build or how often you can turn up. You just turn up at a mate's house. We have club meeting once a week.
Yep.
Model show every year in February, and we all sort of support local clubs in the area too. Mackay Model Club's got their model show in the May Day long weekend.
Yep. I'll be going to that, mate.
Started next month. So they come to our show, we go to theirs.
Yep.
Townsville boys will be there too.
Excellent.
They have a show in October.
Right.
So we all like to support each other club-wise. Yeah, some of my best mates I've ever met from this club and this hobby. It's a great little thing going on.
Yeah, it's a meeting of the minds.
Yeah.
Mate, just to say, with the club, I actually heard one of the members is down a bit, so if you want to give a shout out to him.
Yeah, John, he's having a bit of trouble at the moment. He's just having a little sleepover in hospital for a while. So, John Sherder, he's all the best, mate. We wish you, get well, mate. We'll come and see you and give you a bag of bloody salt and vinegar chips to help you on your way, yeah.
Yeah, I believe a snap tight kit because his age is 5 and up is in soon. Yeah, so.
Yeah, that'll do. He'll be right.
He can't
with
paint with that,
yeah.
so pre-made kit.
Yeah,
Mate,
and a jar of enamel paint.
A jar of enamel paint. Yeah, I think there's he's got every jar that was ever made that I hear.
Yeah, we'll miss him at club tonight.
I think,
And but he's going to work on getting himself back on his feet, and he'll be back at. He does heaps of stuff too. He loves building vehicles and trucks and cars and Australian stuff. He's does his own resin bodies for Valiants and stuff too. A lot of people would have seen his work, and he'll be right. He'll be back, mate. Yep.
Good stuff. Well, mate, that's going to be a wrap for that. Thank you very much for your time today,
No worries.
and mate, happy modelling.
Yeah, you too, mate. Yeah,
It's all good.
Can't get enough of it.
Cheers.
Right, thank
Thanks,
you.
mate.
See you, Jason.
Cheers. Wow, well that's it. How good was that, Ben? His work, as you've seen in those pictures, wow, very, very impressive. Nice guy as well. So get on to Benno's Facebook page, say hello to him, and if you're looking for stuff that's custom made for you, see Benno. Look forward to doing next episode 3. We'll be introducing a hobby shop owner, Rory, from Rory's RC Hobbies up in Rockhampton. So until then, folks, as I always say, it's all good. Catch you later.